Trip Down Memory Lane by Lara E. Sims. Narrated by Nathan Beatty. Published in 2013 by feederread.com. Copyright Lara Elizabeth Sims, 2013. Prologue. Did you ever hear the story of what happened at Memory Lane High School in the summer of 2013? Many years have passed now, but everyone who hears the story gets chills down their spine. The old school lies abandoned now, but every so often you can hear the shrieks. They say it's the ghost of Tanya Rhiannon Amelia Margaret Parker, that she has vowed revenge on those who were responsible for the incident of the school. Many dismissed it as a very creepy ghost story, though the superstitious still refuse to go near the old place. Do they have a good reason? Several people still jump if the name of the school or Tanya are mentioned. They go pale and try to change the subject. The incident haunts dreams. Exasperated parents tell their naughty offspring. It is now just a tale told to frighten the gullible, long ago consigned to the past. Or is it to be taken seriously? You can judge for yourself. Chapter 1. Thursday, 18th of July, 2013. Tanya Parker sighed deeply and looked at herself in the mirror. The strawberry blonde hair flowing down her back, tied restrictively in a ponytail, the cobalt blue eyes framed by wire spectacles, the willowy frame, back slightly bowed by all the books she had to carry in her school rucksack. She was an inch or two short of 6 feet. The pale, heart-shaped face, afflicted today by acne, but that would be gone by next week, the train-track braces straightening her perfect white teeth. Her white shirt was creaseless, her gray skirt carefully pleated, shortened slightly but still within regulation length. Snow-white ankle socks and black school shoes, her bogey green tie knotted securely at her throat, spanning the space between her ample breasts. Her silver heart-shaped locket was, as usual, visible round her neck. It contained a photograph of Tanya as a baby, along with a lock of her baby hair. Normally she would have her bogey green school jumper tied securely round her waist, but today was far too hot. You could pass out with the temperature of today. The last but one day of school to be endured, and then she would be free of it for the summer. Free until September, at least. But bring on next July, and she could put it all behind her. She would sit her GCSEs, all the dumbos would leave, and she'd do her A-levels. Go to university, get her degree, and become the surgeon she'd always wanted to be.
"Tanya, breakfast, love!"
Her mother's shrill voice called up the stairs, her Cockney accent still audible, even after years of not living there.
"Coming, mother."
Her own Lancashire accent sounding harsh even to her. Tanya's father, Robert, had died in a car accident before she was born. A drunk driver had smashed into his car as Robert had been on his way to work. He'd been killed instantly. He'd been a lawyer. His devastated, young, newly pregnant widow had been unable to cope with her memories, and had moved as far away as possible. Harriet Ann and Robert James Parker had only been married for 18 months. However, Robert Parker's only daughter knew what her daddy looked like. He beamed at her, 6 feet tall, a handsome strawberry blonde 24-year-old with warm chocolate-brown eyes, dressed casually in black T-shirt and faded denim jeans. Deliberately holed at the knee in the fashion of the day, his battered black Nike trainers looked like they needed binning. There were now more holes than trainer. He was frozen forever, staring out of his silver-pearl frame. She walked over to the bedside table, picked it up, raised her fingers to her lips, kissed them, and brushed her fingers across the photograph. This done, she put it down and went downstairs to her breakfast. After she'd eaten the fluffy scrambled eggs on toast, expertly cooked by her mother, she kissed the older woman on the cheek, grabbed her far-too-heavy rucksack, slung it across her shoulders, and left the house. The walk to school was a reluctant one. Even though it was a beautiful day, the sun beating down meaning they might get to do some lessons outside. She wondered what today would bring. Pencils and pens going missing.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?